Hi, this is Soulgazer. Today we'll be looking at this jersey. So this is Fanatics version of LA Lakers Lebron James jersey. It's for the 2018-2019 model. So let's take a look at this together. Just like last year, I got the size XL. And let's see if they fit the same or not. Before we get into the review, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well as liking the video. Thanks for the support. It has a Fanatics and MDA tag. It comes in a tiny poly bag. They didn't do this in the last year's model, so this is something new for them. And this is made in Guatemala. Same as the Nike's jersey. They're also made in Guatemala. Let's look at the details. Here's the branding. Fanatics. NBA logo here. Fanatics official licensed jersey. Extra large and made in Guatemala. The taping inside has the Fanatics branding on it. With the neckline, it's a lot thinner compared to the Nike model. And the distance between the edge of the base fabric and the top stitch is a lot wider. Nike model, it's a lot closer to the edge. It's about half the distance. They do use 3 different colors for the ribs. And this rib does stretch pretty well. As you can see, these colors are the color of the yarn. It's not a print. Same thing with the armhole. And for the armhole, the ratio of the white is a little bit bigger. A little bit more space than the other 2 color. Whereas the neckline is about the same. And that's the design, I think, because they're both the same way. The shoulder is pretty wide. I believe this year's model for Nike is a little bit thinner, a little bit more narrow here. But there's not much warping, which is good. And there's no branding here or here, because this is not Nike. This is where the swoosh usually goes, and this is where the branding goes. And if you want that Wish branding on the chest, you need to get it directly from the LA Lakers store. Lakers and 23. So these are print. These prints are pretty thin. I'm not sure how long this print will last because it's so thin. And it's also sticky too. It has the rubber finish to it. But it is nice and soft. So it doesn't weight it down or get on the way. And if you look at the edge, there are some imperfections. These edges aren't as clean right here. There are a little bit of those at the edge, as well as this purple line. It's not a clean finish. So these edges are the same throughout. None of them have a clean finish or clean edge. Also, you can see some of the texture from the underneath fabric, so they're not completely smooth. And same thing with the number. But these are cheaper, so it's hard to expect perfect item. And at the hem, they have this completely different design from what Nike has. And of course, there's no Nike Connect here because this is not Nike's jersey. Here's how it looks on the back. The neckline is same piece. This is where the stitch is connected for the neckline. And a little bit of unevenness right here. And the armhole is the same. Same type of armhole, just like the front. They're the same piece too. And this rib knit is connected right here at the side seam. NBA logo. This print is actually smooth, unlike the name and the logos. This is a smooth print. This might be just a heat transfer. It might not be a print. Yeah, because this is not stretching at all. So this is a heat print patch. A really thin one too. And then this is a print. When I pull it, it stretches a little bit. Feels like rubber. And these edges aren't as bad as the front logo and the number. And the name, and the number. The back print looks a lot better. It is not perfect, but it's not as bad. It's not as rigid as the front. Not sure why this happened. Should be the same quality throughout, but at least the back one looks better. This is how the side panel looks. So unlike the Nikes, the side seam area is not as flat, it's more curved. Should be a little bit more straighter here, but they kept the curve. And other than that, it's like a rectangular shape. And this one has a hem with it has a curved hem. Interesting shape. They could have made this into a slit if they wanted to, but I think this is a more simple way to mimic that. Not a big fan of this shape. It's a weird cutout. And the back extends a little bit longer. So they're trying to mimic the authentic jerseys where they had the back a little bit longer. And I guess this was the easiest way for them to do a transition between a shorter front and longer back. So let's try them on. It's pretty light. It weighs about the same as the authentic jersey. Swingman jerseys for Nike are a little bit more heavier than this. It fits pretty loosely around the body. Even with a hoodie on, it still feels pretty loose. The armhole is rounded, so it's a little bit tighter. After trying this on, I think they made a slight difference compared to the last year's model, but I can't find the Fanatics I got last year, so I can't really compare with them. But it definitely feels loose. Only problem is that this jersey is not that cheap. They're still pretty expensive for the quality. You might be able to go down a size compared to the Nike model. So this is extra large for me. And even with me being so big to the side fits a little too loose. I don't mind getting a little bit more tapered. But at the same time, the neckline is not that big. So if I size down, I'm afraid that it might be too small. So I'll keep it the same. I'll just get the same size that I've been getting, extra large. But depending on your body shape, you might be able to go down a size. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well as liking the video. Appreciate your support and see you next time.